Hello, my dear Sun, Moon, and Rising sign Virgos. I am Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel, Todayenergy. And this video is a monthly astrological forecast for you for the upcoming month of September. Dear Sun Virgos who have birthdays in September, happy birthday. I wish you a wonderful month, wonderful year, absolutely fantastic and full of luck, success, and love, and of course a very strong health. Now September promises to be nice, astrologically speaking, month, pretty calm. It's like the calm before the storm, as they say, because in October, November, we can expect a bit of turbulence astrologically talking. When I was preparing for these videos, I remembered line from some song or maybe from a movie. It says, "Please stop the earth, I want to get off." So basically that's how many people, I believe, will feel towards the mid and end of this autumn. So let's enjoy the peaceful and lovely September. So we're starting the forecast with the 3rd of September, when your ruler Mercury opposes Jupiter, the planet of optimism and big happiness. Of course, this day promises for you specifically to be a very lucky, very successful day. These two planets are located in your financial axis, 2nd and 8th house of your natal charts. So, of course, Mercury and Jupiter talk about knowledge, about communication, negotiations, possibly some international affairs and relations. And this is how you can earn some income, some money. Maybe you are currently negotiating some source of passive income, like, for instance, asking for a loan, applying for a mortgage, scholarship. Maybe you are discussing the possibility for your partner or your family to support you somehow. Maybe it is some international institution, or you are planning to invest your money in something related to foreign cultures, travel, tourism, education, vehicles, logistics, international affairs and business. Of course, an opposition signifies that we have to find some balance, some golden middle. And in this case, between 2nd house, which is about earning money, it's about work, it's about saving, it's about storing the money, and 8th house could be about just receiving your passive income from investments, from loans, from support by others. It's also about making the money work for you, so investing them basically, and spending, of course, the balance between giving and receiving overall. You don't have to rush with any sort of decisions, and if it doesn't work from the first time, no worries, because currently your ruler Mercury is transiting the so-called retrograde shadow zone. That means that he goes through the same degrees, that soon enough he will be going backwards again, and then for the 3rd time, when he turns direct again, he will pass those degrees. So it's a piece of the sky, the path that the planet goes backwards and forwards 3 times. Hence, the same aspect, this opposition with Jupiter, we will experience on the 19th of September, and then for the 3rd and last time on the 12th of October. This is why astrology is so wise, because it gives us the general bigger picture, so we observe cycles and we can hence build some forecasts and predictions, how many times some event will eventually play out, and in your case maybe the final outcome, resolution, decision will eventually happen rather around the 12th of October. And when we talk about oppositions, it's all about compromises, people like to say, but I like more the term consensus, because compromise, it means that all parties involved equally must give up on something, be equally unhappy, so at least the peace is restored and the balance as well. But usually people are not very satisfied with such outcomes, right? So consensus is something way better as a concept. It implies that people look for brainstorm, they actively together look for a different solution that would make all the parties involved satisfied and happy. So this is way better one, I think. Okay, Virgos, on the 5th of September, Venus goes into your sign and she will spend 24 days in Virgo. So this is a wonderful news because Venus is a lovely planet of pleasures, of happiness, of friendships, of love, and of money. So basically, she will boost your beauty, your sense of self-value, self-esteem overall, your romantic relationships. Possibly, you will be attracting people who would court you, suitors. People will be very much drawn to your charm because Venus is about sweet talking. It's about diplomacy, peace, charm, and of course inner and outer beauty, showing your talents, possibility, and skills to basically show your worth and show your capabilities and talents. So that's a great time, and especially for people who work some professions related to their bodies, like dancers, like fitness instructors, yoga teachers, something about makeup, something about blogging online where you expose basically yourself, your face, right? So because Venus is finances, so she would boost and stimulate your work related to your look, body, health, maybe your health instructor, dietitianer, and face. Yeah. On the 10th of September, we have two important events actually, both of them very important for you. The first one is a full moon. The moon will be at 17 degrees of Pisces. For you, this is your 7th house of relationships, and you will be triggered particularly a lot by this full moon if your descendant is at or around the 17th degree, which means that your ascendant as well, your rising sign, your ascendant is around the same degree because it's the same axis, first 7th house. Well, full moons are usually culminations, so maybe there are some important events happening in your relationship. Maybe it goes on a next level by engagement or by marriage. Of course, on the other hand, there might be a cardinal decision for separation, for divorce, for moving out, or on the other hand, of course, maybe moving in together with your partner. Maybe we're not talking about personal relationships, but rather professional ones. So very possibly that you will be striking a deal, signing a contract. It's like a final phase of some process that initiated maybe 2 weeks ago or 6 months ago or 1 year and a half ago for bigger projects. It might be culmination, ending of you using the services of a consultant, advisor, agent, terminating a relationship with some company or institution, ending work contract, ending your work with a client, for example, if you are the consultant. And the second important event is that on the same day, your ruler Mercury stations to go retrograde. Stations means that the planet does not move on the sky, as if it stopped on 1 degree and spins there for a couple of days. In this case, Mercury is in the 8th degree of Libra since the 6th of September, and I would say till around the 12th of September. So of course this is a more confusing time possibly for you. You might feel more distracted, tired, unsure. There might be misunderstandings around you, and maybe even you provoke them, of course, unwillingly, because Mercury, astrologically speaking, is your ruler. So you feel the same way as the planet feels on the sky, as above, so below, the Hermetic principle. in astrology. So, you know, at the same time, don't panic, because maybe there will be, like, usually the focus is on the planet, which is changing direction of movement. So maybe you will be prompt to sign contracts, to make decisions, to negotiate, to solve some issues, especially regarding finances, because Libra is your second house, where where Mercury will be going backwards. Maybe you will feel pushed to do a lot of work, and that's why you will be tired, and it's possible to make some mistakes. The situations are very possible, and you're used to them already. Mercury is retrograde like 3-4 times a year, and it stations 2 times per period, right? Because it stations once to go backwards, and then on the 2nd of October, which is generally a good news that Mercury again will turn direction to go forward, but still the days around the 2nd of October will be a bit more intense for you as well. Mercury rules not only you but also your 10th house of career and public reputation, so definitely you have to be just more careful in regards of work, money, business, career, public social engagements, and your image in front of other people. Then, while the planet goes backwards, actually, all those 3 weeks, well, the good strategy is to plan, to go back to some old projects that you didn't manage to finish. Now is your second chance. Maybe re-establish communication with old colleagues, managers, bosses. Finish your requalification course to learn some new skills which later you can successfully apply for better job. Reevaluate your budget, replan your purchases, selling, buying, investments, right? Second house. While Mercury is in Libra, which is a very rational sign. In fact, Libra is an air sign, so it's all about thinking, the mental plane, the communication, the negotiations as well. Now, we all think that Libra is just about relationships and sometimes even codependency. Yeah, it could be. But also think about it that Libra is the only unanimated sign of all the 12 zodiac signs. So you have animals, you have people, like your sign is a maiden, like a lady, right? A woman, Virgo, Virgin. But Libra is a scale, is an object, and scale doesn't have feelings, right? So scale is deciding upon weighting, the weight of some things, which in this case might be the pros and the cons of you taking some financial or work decision. Then, on the 16th, we have a little bit more intense day because there is a square on the sky between Venus, who represents women generally, and Mars, who represents generally the male population. So, of course, these two planets, they talk to each other, they see each other, so that means that there might be some passionate moments, and especially Venus is in your sign, the first house, but Mars is in your 10th house of status, of career, of work, of reputation, and relating to parents, to elderly people and bosses. So because it's a square, there will be some edgy dialogues and people, maybe some confrontations, misunderstandings. So forewarned, forearmed, I usually say. That's why we make this forecast. It's gonna last just one day, so keep your head cool, basically, especially if you have some intense moments with people at home or at work. Maybe if you get just too stressed, you might just send the wrong messages, I would say. Yeah, 10th house is how other people see us. So it's way better to just be more Venusian, possibly, to include more diplomacy, and from the part of Mars to take the assertiveness, but not the aggression and the pushiness. On the 17th, we have another a bit more confusing day because the sun being in your first house, so illuminating still you, so you're still on the spotlight, dear Virgos, while the sun moves through your house. So while you are having birthdays, Sun Virgos, but the Sun opposes on the 17th Neptune, the classical ruler of your partners. Well, not classical, actually, that's the modern ruler of your partners. The classical one is Jupiter. with whom you have contact opposition on the 3rd. So on the 3rd of September, maybe that's gonna be like a time to look for consensus with your partners, whether personal or business partners. But again, remember, the resolution might come in October. But yeah, going back to the 17th, well, it's you against the others, the world, the collaborators, the business partners, the spouse, the parents, best friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, and of course another time. Well, once again, we have an opposition, which means once again it's about wisdom, negotiations, and finding the golden middle, hearing each other. But because Neptune is a deceiving planet sometimes, because it talks about illusions, it talks about dreams. On one hand, maybe you're meeting the ideal Prince Charming, you know, the dream partner. But on the other hand, just be reasonable. Mercury is retrograding. Maybe you are not taking the proper conclusions about people and impressions. Maybe there is just the pink glasses. Of course, it's a great day for romantic activities if you have your second half already. So doing something fun, great together, going for a nice dinner or traveling somewhere near the sea, going to some beautiful holidays in exotic country. Neptune rules island lands. Something somewhere overseas. It's a great day for meditation, for art projects. So if you are involved in something related to creativity, spirituality, media, maybe you are a consultant like a therapist, psychologist, even astrologer, psychic, medium, then you might have great success in front of public, in front of your clients. But overall, we might feel a bit more tired and exhausted, as the sun is generally collectively our vitality, ambitions, plans, goals, ego, and Neptune dissolves the ego. Also, another possibility is to reap some rewards or to come to some conclusion or news realizations, information comes regarding something that has started in your life when these two planets were conjunct. And that happened on the 13th of March in your 7th house, of course. The Sun conjunct Neptune. The Sun is way faster planet than Neptune. Neptune is super slow. For many years it transits one same sign, meaning one same house, introducing, of course, its energy to this area of life. In this case, it's your area of relationships, so you might be a bit more confused about what you want in life regarding partnerships. Maybe your partners are more confused, they seek themselves, they're not sure what's going on, what they want from the relationship, or maybe there is just a lot of romantic stuff going on. Maybe you're dating someone from a faraway land or someone very spiritual or very artistic. So yeah, think about back in time. What have you started, initiated? Maybe you met someone back then in March this year, and now there is some culmination of your activities, and you know your relationship. The similar energy we will feel around the 24th of September, when Venus, following the Sun on the sky as well from your first house, will form the opposition with Neptune. Then truly would be a great day for something artsy and something very pleasant and romantic. Spoil yourself, spoil your partners, enjoy being spoiled and loved. Then on the 19th, it's a different story, because then the Sun, still in your first house, trines Pluto in Capricorn in your 5th house. Great news, because Pluto, even though it has a bit of a dark reputation, and yeah, it's not an easy energy, but because it's a trine, so these two planets, they collaborate perfectly well together on this day. So the Sun in your first house, it's you, your vitality, your plans, your interests, your goals. And Pluto has a very sharp focus on what you want to achieve and gives you the endurance, the energy, the self-security and self-confidence that you can totally achieve it. And of course, Pluto is a planet of big things, big goals, big projects, business, huge money, like government and so on. So this can be helpful for you. And because Pluto is in your 5th house, we're talking here about your own passion. Maybe you'll feel super passionate about someone or something. Maybe you will meet a Plutonian type of a person, like a Scorpio person or magician or tarologist, astrologer, psychologist, or someone in the business who will be very attracted to you, and you will be attracted to them. Maybe you will just be very focused into some hobby, like starting, finishing some artistic, creative project. And Pluto is obsessive, literally, about stuff. But in this case, it's positive obsession in a sense that you are able to stick with it, to finish your project, to get the sponsorship, to get the public, possibly, if you make some promotional campaigns. And of course, also 5th house is your children. So it's probably a good day for conception, for getting pregnant, or to at least seriously think, considering the plan of having children. Great for your own business. Absolutely great day for business. And the same energy will repeat on the 26th of September, when Venus, following the Sun, as well repeats this aspect, so makes a trine to Pluto. It could be truly great day for passion, romance, for earning some good money from business, especially maybe if it's a Venusian business, like dedicated to arts, beauty, food, women, jewels, precious stones, beauty we mentioned, finances as well. Maybe your business advisor or financial consultant. So great, successful days. 23rd, the Sun leaves your 1st house and goes into your 2nd house of money, resources, finances, work, earning money, and also spending money, and your self-esteem. So still, it's a great time. The Sun is the most confident planet, right? It's the pure ego, and in the house of your values, so it will boost you valuing and loving yourself. And just entering to the 0 degree of Libra, the Sun conjuncts your ruler Mercury. It's a really important time, and I will tell you specifically the hour. It's gonna happen on the 23rd in the morning at 9:45 a.m. Now, this is Bulgarian time because I'm located in Sofia, Bulgaria. But if you want to check for yourself, for your time zone, then just convert the hour and the minutes, 9:45, for your current time zone. Why it's so important? Because particularly in this moment, the Sun is in precise conjunction to the degree, to the minute, to the second with Mercury. And it's illuminating, it's like boosting you, Mercury being you. The Sun is like the god of the skies, is the center of our universe, and it gives light, it gives enlightenment, it gives life force. It's boosting ambitions, it's boosting clarity of mind, of thinking, of processing information. And Mercury is well known as the messenger of the gods. And when Mercury retrogrades, it's between the Sun and the Earth. So it's truly delivering super important insights and messages. It might be through your subconscious, through your imagination, through your friends, through messages, through the news, through internet, But being in your 2nd house, it might be related to movable property, to possessions, to money, to work, to your own values, value system overall, what's super important for you. So if you're careful enough to your thoughts, to the messages that come and go around you on the 23rd in the morning, you might get this inception at the very least, or this aha moment, Eureka, right, how did I not notice it before? Something pretty important might come to your mind. So that's why I say it's good maybe to sit down with a diary, to write down your thoughts, your impressions, ideas, and so on, as crazy as they might seem initially, or maybe the message would not be like familiar for you at the beginning, but then maybe like in month or two, you will understand that that was some brilliant genius idea. On the 26th, we have a new moon in Libra. Your second house will offer already some new possibilities, maybe new job position, new work project, possibility to negotiate your salary, mm, new ideas about buying something for your home, even though I would be still cautious since Mercury is still retrograding. So more like choosing, comparing, searching for, researching the market. This new moon is very positive though, because it's opposing Jupiter in your eighth house. So Jupiter likes to expand everything, so you might be tempted to actually buy something big or luxurious, or maybe there will be just some big work project, possibly related to documents, papers, education, travels, or abroad, someone or something from abroad. On the 29th, Venus moves into Libra. She's very happy in the sign she rules, and thus joining the big party in your second house of work. So Venus is pleasure, so you might be receiving satisfaction and pleasure from work. You might meet someone special in the office, at work, or in the shop. Because also here Venus would like to earn money, but also would like to spend money. Maybe you will be more prone to pamper yourself and to just please yourself with buying something. I mean, why not? Why not? You deserve it, I'm sure. And I must mention that at the end of September, we all feel like on the background this intense energy due to the square between Saturn and Uranus. These two slow-moving planets were forming this intense aspect throughout 2021 three times. So I could say that overall we felt it the whole 2021 last year. Now for the last time they started bringing this energy again on the surface in August this year, and now it culminates in late September. We will definitely feel it very much at the beginning of October, mid-October. That's one of the tougher energies of this autumn. But we are already familiar with it. So finally we might come to some, final showdown. The resolution will come soon enough. Because you see, Uranus wants freedom, wants a quantum leap into the future, wants something unusual, unique for you. And it's in your ninth house. So new studies, new education, going abroad maybe to study or to work. Suddenly be on the stage, suddenly change your belief system overall, your faith, your religion. Maybe you come from a Catholic family and now you are really about to become an atheist or agnostic. Uranus is a very much about science, is a planet that likes kind of facts. It's oftentimes people say that Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So if Mercury is like the everyday activities and lower mind in a sense, Uranus is the kind of the science and the insights from the universe, facts from the universe. Yeah, Uranus rules nervous system and internet, all these kind of systems that are connected invisibly for us. So maybe you would like to study something related to astrology, astronomy, aviation, new technologies. Maybe you want to risk. Uranus is about leaping with your faith into the future, like the Fool from the Tarot Major Arcanas. And not thinking about whether it's good or bad, the consequences and so on. Maybe you want to act as an independent expert in your field, changing overall your worldview, and of course you want to share it online. Maybe you want to launch a research studies or online project, a website, online business with foreign lands, international campaigns. But there is Saturn, and Saturn pushed the brakes, and Saturn is the reason here, because Saturn is like asking you, are you sure, are you prepared, are you ready to do this important step? Saturn can be really like doubts and fears. Saturn rules your 6th and 5th houses and is currently retrograding in your 6th. So maybe what stops you is your health. Maybe first you have to deal with your health issues before going abroad to some foreign company or university or so on. Maybe what stops you is your current responsibilities at work towards your employees, colleagues, employers. Maybe it's the responsibility you have towards your parents, children, pets, 6th house is pets, someone who depends on you. And you're too honest and too kind of responsible basically to give up on these people or situation. Maybe you're doing repairment at home, and maybe before going to live abroad you want to rent your current apartment, so you have some income, right? And you have to first finish reconstruction activity and then find people who would like to rent or buy this property so you can go abroad. Maybe it's your child, because Saturn rules 5th house. Maybe it's the idea of having children, so you're like hesitating, should I stay here with my current family and partner and have this home life and child and kind of steady daily routine at home, or I should jump into this unknown adventure somewhere abroad or in the university, or just quit job and go study something I'm passionate about at the moment. So basically this seems to me the topics of life that you're going through, dear Virgos, and that's absolutely fine. As the square, again, we have to find the common ground between these opposing energies. So don't worry, the final decision might come later this autumn. So once again, I wish you lovely birthdays, lovely month of September. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing my videos with your loved ones. I truly hope that all this in-depth analysis I make astrologically is interesting and, even more importantly, useful, valuable for you. Thanks for subscribing for my channel, and take care of yourselves. The most important thing I always say is the health, so stay healthy, be happy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.